Hello, all my dear students. My name is Ajay Gulati. Welcome to Sri Jain's Rank Zone classes. Dear students, I am your friend and mentor for the mathematics portion, which we generally call quantitative aptitude in terms of competitive exams. So, I'll be teaching you mathematics, and today we will be discussing the topic percentage, and this will be the second class of our chapter percentages. So, let's start with this, and I promise you, I'll start with a very wonderful thing. See how to convert fractions into percentages. First of all, what is 1? 1 by 1 is how much? 1 by 1 is how much? This is equal to 100%. If I convert a fraction of 1 into percentage, so 1 becomes 100%. Let's talk about 1 by 2 now. Okay, let's talk about 1 by 2. What will be 1 by 2? 1 by 2 will be exactly half of this, 50%. 1 by 4 will be further half of this. This will be 25%. 1 by 8 will be further half of this. This will be 12.5%. Okay. Similarly, if I move ahead, just give me a bit of time. Similarly, 1 by 16 will be what? Will be further half of this. This is 6.25%. But let me show you a thing which will be even more beautiful. Look, as I told you, 1 by 2. The thing is, a 2 and a 5 multiplied together to give you a 10. To give you a 10. Okay, so if you write 1 by 2 and then convert it into percentage, what it will be there? It will be there in terms of decimal. It will be 0.5, which you multiplied by 100. If you multiply it by 100, you will get 50%. 0.5 means 50%. Okay, now what I mean to tell you is 1 by 2. This is 2. 2 and 5 are complemented like this. 1 2 here, 1 5 here. If I write 1 by 4, 1 by 4 is what? 2 square. So here the answer will be 0 point square of 5. What is the square of 5? 25. If any time I write in front of 8, in front of you 8. 8 is what? 2 cube. That will be what? 0.5 cube. What is 5 cube? 5 cube, that 2 in 3 digits. 1, 2, 5. If I write in place 1 by 16, 1 by 16 is what? 1 by 2 raised to power 4. My answer will be 0.5 raised to power 4, but that will be in 4 decimal places. What will be in 4 decimal places? 1, 2, 3, 4. 0.625. But the problem is we have 4 decimals, so it will be 0.0625. Getting it, dear students? Am I very clear? Similarly, if I write 1 by 5, it will be, your answer will be 0.2 raised to power 1. If I write 1 by 25, your answer will be 0. Square of 2. What is the square of 2? 4, but you will have to add a 0. 1 by 125, that will be what? 0.2 cube. 2 cube is actually 008. Okay. If I write 1 by 625, then your answer will be, this is 5 raised to power 4. Your answer will be 0. Then there will be 4 decimal places. 2 raised to power 4. 2 raised to power 4 is 16, and your answer will be 0.016. I am sure you must have got this thing and you must have loved this thing. Okay. I'll proceed to one more thing. And one more thing which I want to tell you is, if the denominator consists of 2 or 5, then you will get a complete number like 0.2 and finished. Nothing repeated like this. Okay, but if your fraction is of the form 1 by 3, your answer will be 33.33%. Any prime number other than 2 or 5, what will be 1 by 5? That will be 20%. As I told you, 0.2. If you convert it into percentage, you multiply it by 100. Okay. Similarly, if I move to 1 by 25, it will be, that will be 4%. If you need to convert this fraction into percentage, that will be 4%. Okay. 1 by 6. Let's talk about 1 by 5. Then let's talk about 1 by 10. If 1 by 5 is 20, so 1 by 10 is half of this. That will become 10%. If I talk about 1 by 6, 1 by 6 will be 16.66%. See, exactly half of this. If I do 1/3 of this, 1 by 9, so here also I will do 1/3. Okay, dear students. Here also I do one third, that is 11.11%. I need a bit of space here to write 1 by 8 is 12.5%. Yeah. Now I need to tell you one important thing. 1 by 7. 1 by 7 is 0.14285. 7. I show you how. This is a very easy way, and I'm going to show you a magic right now. 1 by 7. If I need to convert it into percentage, what is the double of 7? 14. Double of 14? 28. Double of 28? 56. But you will write 57. Why? Because the same way you write 33333. I'll show you this how. Then this number goes on repeating. Okay. Then this number goes on repeating 1 by 285, 7 1 by 142857, so on. So rather than this, you can put a bar over here. Okay. So this is your answer, dear students. This is 1 by 7. I will show you the magic of this number 1 by 7. Just give me a minute. Let me see if I have some space on this page. No. I'll show it to you on next page. See, 1 by 7 is what, my dear students? 1 by 7, as I have already told you, is what? 0.142. How did I tell you? 7 double 14, 14 double 28, 28 double 56, but I'll write one more. Or you can do one thing, write 142, subtract this from 9, you will get a 8. Subtract this from 9, you will get a 5. Subtract this from 9, you will get a 7. Okay, dear students, 14285 7. Now what do we have is, this is 1 by 7, 14285 7, 14285 7. It will keep on repeating like this. So what do we write? We write 0.142857 bar. Okay, 142857. It goes on repeating, so rather I will write this bar and I remove this. For the timing, I'm removing this because I want to teach you something. Okay, what do I want to teach you? I'll write this bigger, 0.14285 7, or should I write even bigger? I think I should write even bigger. Whatever I need to teach you requires a bit of space and you will love it. 1 by 7. Just assign the numbers. This is the smallest number, this is the first number. This is the second number. This is the third number. This is the fourth largest. This is the fifth largest. This is the sixth largest. So if I need to find 2 by 7, 3 by 7, 4 by 7, 5 by 7, 6 by 7, what will my answer be? I need 4 by 7. This will be 0. What is the fourth number? This is the fourth number, 5. So you write 5 7, 5 7, and you will repeat this pattern. 0.571428 dot 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 dot. Okay, so 4 by 7 in terms of percentage will be what? 57.1428 percentage, that way. 3 by 7, what is the third number? The third number is 4, so it will be 428571. 2 by 7 will be what? 2 by 7 will be 0.285714. 5 by 7, 6 by 7. You write. What will be the value of this 5 by 7, dear students? The value of this 5 by 7 will be the fifth number, 7, then 1428. 0.714285 0.857142. If you want to convert it into percentage, 6 by 7 will be 85 point. I hope this is clear to all of you. Okay, this is the entire percentage chart for 1 by 7, 2 by 7. So we were discussing 1 by 7. And this 1 by 7 is what? 1 by 7 is 14.2857. Now, what will be the value of 1 by 14? This way. 1 by 14. Exactly half of this. Exactly half of this means this is 14.28. That will be 7.14. One more beautiful thing. 1 by 9 is 11.111111. Okay, 1 by 11 will be 0. If I talk, that will be 9.090909 percentage. Getting it? 1 by 9 is 111111. So 1 by 11 will be 999 percentage. 1 by 12. You know 1 by 6 is 16.666. So exactly half of this. If I do exactly half of this, what I'll get? 8.3333 percentage. 1 by 15 is easy actually. It is 6.66 percentage. So if you see from the top, you will realize that we have covered all the basic percentages chart. Only 1 by 13 is remaining. That too we will write in the space. See, 1 by 13 is actually 7.7%. Now, yeah. So we have done all the important things. Only few remaining. 1 by 20 is 5%, and 1 by 25 is 4%. So we have literally covered all the basic percentages which can be asked in your exam, which are frequently used. Okay, I've done this thing. Now I will be moving to the concepts. Look, generally what happens is, for most of the question, we assume a value to be 100. And that makes our things very easy. What do? We assume one of the values to be 100. Okay, if x is 20% more than y, suppose it is given to you, then find y is to x. I will show you the question very soon. Suppose it is like this. What do? Let's say y is what? Y is 100. X is 20% more than 100. 100 in every number is in itself is a percent. So 20% more than this will be x will be 100 plus 20. So that way y is to x will be 100 by 120. That will be 5 by 6. This is the basic thing. Okay, dear students. Now let's start with the questions. Now we will do questions in which we can assume some values. The income of C is 20% more than B's, and the income of B is 25% more than A's. Find by how much percent C's income more than A's. Look, let's start with A, B, C. A, B, C. Okay. Before doing this thing, I want to teach you a few more basics. Let me teach you the one little basic first. Okay. Let me delete this question. I am removing this question. Just one more concept which I need to teach you. See, dear students, if I say 20% more, okay, 20% more, okay, suppose I say x is 20% more than y. So x will be what? X will be y plus 20% more. Just hang on with me for a minute. Right now I'm telling you the things in detail, but immediately it will become very easy, and things I'll write the thing, do the things by shortcuts. So it will become what? That will become y plus, if you cancel this, you will get 0.2y. That way x is equal to y plus 0.2y or 1.2y, or you can say 1.20y. Okay, dear students, what I want to emphasize is, the moment I say 30% more, then what will happen? X will be 1.301. Okay, so 30% more means 1.30. If I say 50% more, it will automatically become 1.50. Okay, if I say x increases by 12%, what will happen? The new value will be 1.12x. The new value will be what? 1.12x. Okay, 12% increase means 12% increase means 1.12. Getting it, dear students? Suppose I say 33% increase, so it will be what, 1.33x. If I say 47% increase, so what will be my final value? It will be 1.47x. Okay. If I say 98% increase, then what will happen? It will be 1.98x. If I said 101% increase, then what will happen? Then it will become 1x plus what is the increase? The increase is 101% of x. Okay, 101% increase means it will be 1x plus 1.01x, that will be 2.01. 2.01x. So that way, dear students, mm, you have got this thing. If I again say, if somebody says 125% increase, so the new value will be 2.25x. If somebody says 310% increase, so the new value will be 4.10x. Okay, this was increase. Now I will be dealing in the decreases. Okay, see, if I say x is 20% less than y, then what will happen? X will be, this is y minus 20% lesser than y. So this will be what? Y minus 0.2y, or x will be 0.80y. If I say x is 30% less, see, out of 100 you subtract 20. This was 20% less, you got 80. Out of 100 you subtract 30, you will get what? 70. So it will be, x will be 0.70y. Okay, x is 50% less, so x will be 0.50y. If I say x decreases by 30%, 32%, then what you will say? You will say 0.68 y. X will be 0.68 times y. Y 100 minus 32 is 68. Getting this thing, dear students? Similarly, if I say x is 33% less, then what will be? It will be 0.67y. If I say 47% less, it will be 0.53y. Y 100 minus 47 is 53, so that will be 0.53 y. If I say 98% less, out of 100 if you subtract 98, you will get 2. You won't write 0.2y, but you will write 0.02y. Getting it? This is the thing. Now if I say x is 30% lesser than y, you will write 0.7y. Now what I need to teach you is, now let's start with the questions. Okay, I hope everything must be clear to you so far. So the income of C is 20% more than B. The income of C is 20% more than B, and the income of B is 25% more than A. Let's start with A, let's start with B, let's start with C. The income of B is 25% more than A. Let's say A is 100. The income of B is 25% more than A, so it will become 125. Okay, obviously 25% more, you will multiply by 125. 1.5. The income of C is 20% more than B. See, the income of C is 20% more, means you will multiply by 1.20 into 125. Whatever way you do, you will get 150. Okay. Find by how much percent is C's income more than A's. A's income is 100. C's income is 50 extra over 100. That means when something is 50 more than 100, it is 50% extra. When something is 90 more than 100, it is 90% extra. So 50% more, that is income of C is 50% more than then the income of A. Okay, all my dear students, let's move ahead. You got this one, let's take the next one. The ratio of number of boys to that of girls in a school is 4 is to 1. Okay, see, boys to girls 4. If 75% of the boys and 70% of the girls are scholarship holders, then the percentage of students who did not get the scholarship is, see, it's entirely on, let's say, I say, total how many people are there in the school? Let's say these are, let's say 4 is to 1, let's say 500 students. Total 500 students. Let 500 be the total students. Let 500 be the total students. Okay. Now let's break this in the ratio 4 is to 1. 4 is to 1. That is, here there are 400. Here there are 100. If 75% of the boys, see students, 1 by 4 I taught you was 25%. 1 by 4 is equal to 25%. That will 75% will be what? 3 by 4. If 75% of the boys, 75% of the boys and 70% of the girls, what will be 70% of 100? That will be 70 are scholarship holders. These people are scholars. Okay. Then the percent of students who do not get scholarship is, so total how many scholars? Total scholars is 370. Total students were 500. So that way, what will be the number of non-scholars? Non-scholars will be 500 minus 370, 130. Percentage non-scholars will be how much? That will be 130 by 500. If you want to convert it to percentage, you will have to multiply by 100. This will be 26. Very easily done. I'm sure it must be clear to all of you. Let's move to the next one. Okay. So this is our next question. The ratio of number of boys to that of girls in a village is 3 is to 2. Okay. Okay. Ratio is given to us as 3 is to 2. Let total be total be 3, so I make it 500. Okay. Now boys, this is boys and this is the number of girls. This is 300. This is 200. If 30% of boys and 70% of girls appeared in the examination, okay, how many appeared? This is 30%. See students, how do you find 30%? First of all, what is 10%? 10% means 1/10. 10% of 300 means 30. So 30% means 90. If 30% of the boys and 70% of the girls, okay, 70% of the girls, what will be 10% of this number? 10% will be 20. So 70% will be 140. So total is equal to how much? 230. These many appeared. The ratio of number of villagers appeared in the examination to that not appeared in the same examination is, this is appeared. How many will be non appeared? Non appeared will be, out of 500, 230 appeared. So non appeared will be 270. What is the ratio of appeared to not appeared? That will be 230 over 270, or you can say 23 is to 27. This is your answer, my dear students. Okay, I'm sure it must be clear. Just have a look over it. Let's move to the next one. Yeah, the question is visible, I hope. If a man receives one fourth his capital, 3% interest on two-third 5%, and on the remainder 11%, the percentage he received on the whole is. See, we are some given some fractions: one by fourth, two-third, and remaining. Okay, so I say, let's say I take an LCM. Let's say one fourth means if you multiply this by this, you will get 3 by 12. If you multiply this by 4, you will get 8 by 12. Okay, so how much is remaining? 3 by 12 plus 8 by 12 is 11 by 12. So how much is remaining? Remaining is, see on this, how much interest is he getting? On one fourth, he is getting how much interest? 3%. On two third, he is getting 5%. Remaining is what? Remaining is 1 by 11. On this remaining, he is getting how much? On this remaining, he is getting 11%. Okay. So now let's say assume total amount. See, this is 12 now, so I'll assume total amount is equal to 1200 rupees. Out of this 1200, you take 3 by 12. 3 by 12 means 300. 8 by 12 means 800. 1 by 11, sorry, this is 1 by 12. Okay. 1 by 12, you take 100. On this, you are getting 3% interest. 1%, 1% of 300 will be 3. So 3% will be 9. 800, 1% will be 8. So 5% will be 40. This will be 11. Okay, 100, what will be the 11%? Obviously 11. So total will be how much? Total will be 9 plus 40, 49 plus 11, that will be 60. So total percentage will be how much? Total percentage will be 60 out of 120. If you need to convert 1200, if you need to convert it to percentage, you will have to multiply by 100. You will get a total of 5% interest. This is your answer, dear students. Which is the option? Option number 2 is your answer. I'm sure you must have understood all this. Okay, you have got this concept in detail. Let's take another question. Neha's weight is 140% of Tina's weight. Mina's weight is 90% of Lena's weight. Lena weighs twice as much as Tina. Okay, let's start with Tina only. Okay, let's say this is Tina. Tina, let's say, is 100. Okay, Neha's weight. Neha's weight is 140% of Tina. That is obviously Neha will become 140. Okay. Mina's weight is 90% of Lena's weight. Lena we don't know right now. Lena weighs twice as much as Tina very easily. Lena becomes twice of this. That will be 200. Okay. Lena weighs twice as much as Tina. Mina's weight is 90% of Lena's weight. Mina will be 90%. 90% means 0.9. 0.9 of 200, that is 180. Okay, so these are their weight: 100, 140, and 200. If Neha's weight is X percent of Mina's weight, Neha's weight is X percent of Mina's weight, we have to just tell this of Mina's weight, then X is equal to, see students, if I were to convert 0 to 0 cancel, this fraction is actually 7 by 9. Okay, I need to convert it into 7 by 9 into percentage. How will I do? I know, I told you 1 by 9 is what? 11.11%. So 7 by 9 will be, just multiply this by 7. So 7 by 9 will be 77.7%, or you can say 77.7 by 9%. I hope it is clear to all of you. This part must be clear. Now, these were the examples in which we were taking more values more. Now I will be taking lesser values. Okay, let's move to that part where we will be taking smaller values. Okay. See, the question we have is two numbers are less than a third number by 30%, 37%. Let's say we have a third number. This is first number, this is second number. The third number is, let's say, 100. These numbers are 30% and 37% lesser. If you remove 30% from this, you will get 70. If you remove 37 from this, you will get 63. The percent by which the second number is less than the first is, this is the second number, this is the first number. This is how much less? 70 minus 63 is what? This is 7. In terms of percentage less. So percentage less will be 7 out of 70 if you need to convert. Okay, this will be this much percent, that is 10% less. Or you can directly say, if from 70 you remove 10%, you will get 63. 70 minus 10%, what will be? 70 minus 7 will give you 63. So what is the 10% of this? The 10% of 70 is 7. So that way you get 63. Let's move to the next one. Yeah, this is the next question. The value of a property decreases every year at the rate of 5%. If its present value is 4,11540, what was its value 3 years ago? See, students, let's say, first of all, what is 5% decrease? 5% decrease means it becomes 95%. 95% means 95 by 100, or you can say 19 by 20. Let's say the initial value, the value of the property was P. When it decreases by 5%, so it will remain how much? It will remain 19 by 20. It will remain 95%. Okay, see, let's say the initial value was P. First it decreases by 5%, it becomes 95%. Then the value of a property decreases every year at the rate of 5%. If its value, present value is 4, what was its value 3 years ago? Let's say, let the value 3 years ago be V. Okay, P, property, let's say this is the price of the property, value of the property, suppose this is V, no problem. Let's say 3 years ago it was V. Then 1 year after, that is 2 years ago, it was 95%. Then one more year, that is after 1 year ago, it was again 95%. And right now, that is after the third year, it will again decrease by 5%, it will become 95%. The value of 95% is 19 by 20. So for every 95%, you will write a 19 by 20. Okay, now what is the cube of 90? See, this I can say in the denominator, I am sure it must be 8000. Let's say I don't know the cube of 19. It will be 361 into 19 is equal to 411,540. But I'm 100% sure this value will be cancelled by this. Let's see how. Now let's cancel this by this. 19 into 2, 38. This is 31. I will write 1. Getting it? 38. 3 remaining, 31. I'll write 119. So remainder is 12. 125. This will be 6. 114. It is divisible. After 114, it is 11. 11 and 4. 114 again. 114 is 6. Then write a 0. Okay. So far clear to everyone? Okay, now we have 361. I say this V, this V will be what? 2166 into 10 into 8000. Why this 8000 comes over here? Then this 361 comes over here. If I cancel this by this, I get a 6. So from here, I can say my value becomes 4, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. So the initial value was how much? The initial value was 4 lakh 80,000. Okay, dear students. One more logic. The other logic is you have to decrease this value 19 by 20. You have to make it 19 by 20. If you make it 19 by 23 times, what you will get? You will get 19 cube in the numerator. In the denominator, you will get 8,000. So look for any number which is divisible by 8,000. Out of these are not exactly divisible by 8,000. Okay, so this must be your answer. Let's move to the next one. Let's take one more question of this type. The question is the present price of a scooter is 72900. If its value decreases every year by 10%, then its value 3 years back we let the value 3 years ago. What was the value 3 years ago? This be V. Okay, this is V. After see 10% decrease means what is the remaining value? Means 90% is the remaining value. This is V. After a decrease of 10%, it becomes 90%. Okay. Again, after 1 year. See, this is the value after 1 year. After second year, it will again decrease by 10%. It will remain 90%. After 2 years, for after the third year, it will again decrease by 10%. So it will be remaining 90%. This is given to us as the present price of scooter is 7290. Okay. You can say V into 90% means 9 by 10, or you can say 0.9. 0.9 0.9 is equal to 7290, or if you want you can write it 9 by 10. So V into 729 by 1000, clearly V becomes 729 and 729 will cancel. There will be 1000 into 10, or the value initially was 10,000. That is option 3. Okay, dear students, I am sure I have covered this basic concept very clearly. If you want, let me take one more question at a very fast speed. Okay, let's do one more, then I'll wind up the class. We have this question. Before I do, I'll be happy if you can do it before I do. Okay. See, a TV was bought at a price of rupees 21,000. Okay, initial price 21,000. After 1 year, the value of TV was depreciated by 5%. Find the value of the TV after 1 year. Value after 1 year will be what? After 1 year, let's say in 1 year it depreciates by 5%. So after 1 year it will be 95%. So that will be 95%. Final value will be 95% of 2100. Very easily you can remove these two zeros. So you have to do a 95 into 21 into 10. Okay. So if you need to multiply this by 95 into 21. What is the method for with crisscross method? Multiply the unit digits. You will get a 5. Then you multiply this and you multiply this. 5 into 2, 10. 9 into 1, 9. 10 plus 9 is 19. You write a 9. You carry a 1. Last time you carry these. You multiply these two. 9 into 89 to 18 and 1 was carried, so it becomes 1995 followed by a 0. So the final price is 19950 rupees. Okay, this is your answer. So my dear students, I hope this is enough for today. We have covered all the depreciating and increasing questions. We will meet again tomorrow for the next class. Take care. Bye bye.